The coronavirus pandemic exposed huge vaccine equity, where Africa struggled to secure life-saving jobs, now with the threat posed by mpox. The Africa CDC has been in talks with the Bavarian Nordic, which produces the JYNNEOS vaccine, on technology transfer.
Our continent is not ready for another pandemic. We faced COVID. We didn't have vaccines, medicines. We didn't have even syringes, gloves, and were abandoned. Today, we are in a similar situation where we start to look for vaccine because we don't manufacture vaccine. This is why our discussion with Bavarian Nordic led for the transfer of technology to African manufacturers to start to manufacture this vaccine.
In the wake of COVID-19, the Africa CDC has been pushing to accelerate vaccine production on the continent, but funding and willing partners are major challenges. Previously, the majority of local businesses focused on vaccine packaging, labeling, and occasionally filling and finishing. There are now 8 out of 54 African countries that have the capacity to manufacture vaccines.
We
are trying our level best to manufacture vaccines here in Africa. Capacity is important and consistency is equally vital. The Africa CDC is in the final stages of getting this right, and negotiations are also ongoing to prepare for future pandemics.
But locally, producing an mpox vaccine faces several hurdles.
We sent preliminary information to all African manufacturers with capacity to manufacture a vaccine, and 9 of them came. We had extensive meetings, Africa CDC, manufacturers, and Bavarian Nordic. And this tech transfer will lead for what we call the fill and finish. It means we'll get the technology, and with that, we start to manufacture the mpox vaccine. I got a preliminary report that out of the 9 manufacturers, there could be only one with the capacity to manufacture this vaccine.
As the fight against mpox intensifies in Africa, vaccine donations have started rolling in, while the Africa CDC has promised to secure 10 million doses by 2025. For now, what's coming is a drop in the ocean given the scale of the latest outbreak on the continent. Nick Mudimba, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.